Alright, so here we are. Good evening, Rotterdam White Scar fans. Jeroen here from Rotterdam White Scars with yet another live stream battle from our current tournament here in the Netherlands, or TTS event. Tonight we have another 40-point games. A 40-point game between House Lannister and House Neutrals. So yeah, looking forward to how it will go in that case. Yeah, let me see what we can do. So first off, as you probably already saw, is that we will have a game between Tyrion and Ramsay, and yeah, let's get into the game right now. Uh, moment, technology and stuff. Okay, there we go. So here we are. We're still awaiting on Eric. It seems that Luke has already deployed his army, so he will play on the blue side. And yeah, we're gonna watch and see how it goes. So the scenario is first. The scenario that they're gonna play is, of course, a feast for crows. So the same game mode as what Patrick and Thijs played earlier this week. So you start with 2 corpse piles. An infantry unit gets destroyed, you place another corpse pile with a random objective on there from the new objective card set. It needs to be within long range. And from that point on, you place 4 corpse piles maximum. If you're standing on the corpse pile and you have more ranks, then you take it over. If you fail panic test or you get destroyed, you drop the token. Your opponent can place it anywhere where he wants to. And from turn 2, yeah, you will score victory points on the objectives. 1 VP for each objective. If your commander claims it, it's worth 2 points. So you can easily score multiple points in here as long as your commander holds it. Further, the piles both have objective markers, or sorry, objective markers, objective cards. They're now close. I've already you put them down together with the layout and everything, but we're waiting for Eric when he drops in because he's not there yet. But we can go already over the list. So we've already have the neutral stuff in there, or the neutral player is already there, and that's Luke for today. He's gonna play with Ramsay as his commander. Of course, he has Rick with him, and he's in the unit of House Bolton Blackguard. Further, we've got a unit Cutthroats next to them. I think they're still the classic unit that you need to have to do at least some damage output. Of course, we're playing with the 1.7 rules and the 1.7 scenarios, but we're still playing with the 1.6 cards. So in that case, they're still the good Bolton Cutthroats. Further next to them, we've got a unit of the House Bolton Bastard Girls, with in there a Stormcrow, a Lieutenant, so they can trigger on some damage output if they want to. They can first shoot, of course. If you roll 1, enemy becomes vulnerable. They can charge in if they want to, and they can do another attack. And with Stormcrow Lieutenant in there, of course, if you have the money back, you get an extra attack dice and Sundering. So always nice and well if you have that zone. And a final unit on the table at Luke's side is a unit of Bolton Flayed Men. Nothing in there. There are no attachments, unfortunately, yet. So you have to wait for that. But probably this is going to be one of those units where an Hedge Knight could be in, if the Hedge Knights are cool. For NCUs, we're going over there. Luke has brought Peter Baelish with him. Peter, of course, is fantastic because you can take, for example, the crown, but further you can also take another if you want to. Further, we've got Tycho Nestorius, the healer, so probably Luke has that one with him to heal stuff up. If he's in need of a unit that's almost gonna die, it's quite amazing to put some wounds back. He can restore up to 5 wounds at any point at the start of a turn. So he can put it into one unit or he can put it into multiple units. It's really up to what Luke wants. And last but definitely not least, Lord Varys. Lord Varys is there because it's Lord Varys. He can block a zone or he can block an ability if need to. So that's the army list from Luke. In total, Luke has 7 activations with him, and he's gonna play against Eric's list. So we already loaded up Eric's stuff. He had some technical problems and everything, and he's on its way to the battle. So Luke had 7 activations. Eric is gonna have 7 activations as well. So first of all, we're gonna start with the NCUs from Eric. Eric has Lord Varys as well with him, and he has Grandmeester Pycelle. Grandmeester Pycelle is of course another extra character that can bring, if he claims something in there, he can come in there if he wants to. For example, if he puts in, he goes on letters, and he dishes out a random token that he wants to, he can always drop another token on there. So in this case, he drops always an extra weekend token. Then we of course have his 5 activation on the board. So Eric has another unit on the board, 4 against 5. So we start here on the left. We've got Eric's commander, Tyrion Lannister. So not the NCU Tyrion, but the one on the battlefield. Halfman. And he's in unit of House Bolton Black Guards. Really strong, solid unit where he can survive in quite a while. So I think that's a really good choice. Next to him, we got a unit of Knights of Castle Rock. Honestly, I'm a huge Lannister fan, and I think the Knights of Castle Rock are fantastic. I think they have a bit the same thing as that 30 Cavaliers have. So when they charge, 9 dice, Sundering, critical blow, and you can boost them up in any way possible. If I'm correct, Tyrion doesn't have boost cards, but Tyrion has cards bringing to the Lannister deck that they can reactivate multiple times by sacrificing an activation from another unit. So that can be intriguing if Eric can get it on the right time and can play those cards on the right moment. Then we've got a unit of Lannister Halberdiers. Always love to see Halberdiers. Most say they aren't the most fantastic unit, but hey, they're cool. I think especially in this tournament, you will see a lot of our guys playing with the cool stuff. So we have to stay with that. And in there is an Assault Veteran. The old Assault Veteran has, of course, an order that if he uses the order once per round, he can give the unit a +1 to hit. So they're going to hit on 3s. And they get another attack die, if I'm correct. Oh no, sorry, 2 dice. So can be nice. They are of course basic 8 dice, so one turn they hit 10 times, which is quite nice. Alright, so the guys are gonna roll. I see some some dice are getting spawned, so let's see what they're gonna do. I think they're testing out a few of the things. just to see how it works and how the dice tray and that option. So we'll continue for a moment with the army list until Eric and Luke are going to start setting up some terrain. We've got a unit of Lannister crossbowmen with no attachment in here. Most Lannister players are playing this block together with one of the Kingsguard miniatures, Suppressing Greenfield. Suppressing Greenfield can draw up cards if you control the crown. Can be really nice if you need it, but he's not really that necessarily, so to say. So, and then his final unit, I think this is a unit that he brought with him to get a bit more of activations. It's a poor fellow unit with a champion of the faith in there. So yeah, everyone is a bit aware of the poor fellas. They move fast. They hit really shitty, but if they've got a fate token on there, they can do a D3 plus 1 damage to themselves, and if they also do that towards their enemies. Further, they've got a fantastic morale, and yeah, their save is absolutely crap. However, every time when they activate normally, they heal D3 wounds. But if you control the money bag, which in this case is possible, of course, if you pay focus on there, you restore 3 wounds. And that's Eric's list. Again, really cool. 7 activations versus 7 activations. Luke has the advantage that he has 1 more NCU on the tactics board. But Eric has the strength to have 1 more there on the board itself. So yeah, let's see what they can get out of that. So the guys rolled off. It seems that Eric is gonna place the first terrain piece, or no? It seems that what is it? Luke already moved up the first terrain piece, and it's a bog. We've got the palisade. Now I will change this to 2D, just pure for the guys, so it's a bit easier and easier for us as well to stream with it. I will also open the cards for them. So these are the cards that were randomly drawn with the corpse spell. So it's important if they want to start choosing their sides. So this one we've got, while controlling this objective, this unit's melee attack gains vicious. So controlling this can go right away from turn 1 if they want to. And on the other side we've got, while controlling this objective, this unit melee attacks gain Sundering, which is also kind of nice. However, it needs to be a melee attacks. So yeah, is it great? I'm not quite sure. It's a bit on to wait and see. Again, Luke placed his second terrain piece, so some stakes. Gonna close those down, and indeed, if needed, I'm gonna change this as well. Further chat, I've put it down, or at least I have some help from Thijs behind the scenes tonight. He will focus on the chat, so if you would like to chat and have some laughter and everything in there, or questions, please put them down. I will try and answer them as well. However, Thijs will reply on them in the chat as well, so see what will happen. So the players both have rolled down, and they're gonna roll now probably to see who's gonna choose sides and everything like it. So let's see. So Luke has a 5. And Eric is getting a 4, so both have a 4. So they need to reroll again. Luke rolls the highest, so he can decide if he wants to choose sides or that he wants to choose to who goes first. And it seems that they're gonna probably swap side. It works. Okay, so they swap sides. And we need to okay. So Luke decided to choose sides and he swapped the table. So he chose the place where the palisade is. Probably to protect at least a part of his army against, of course, the double forces or one activation more on the table from Eric. However, Eric now has what is it? A railway tree in his deployment zone. If he deploys everything around it, the crown isn't that great to put down. So yeah. Okay, it seems that Eric won the roll, or what is it? Luke won the roll off, but Eric, he gave the opportunity to Eric, like, hey, you should choose deployment zones, and Eric decided that he wanted to swap sides. So Eric is starting to put down his first unit. So the unit of poor fellas with Champion of the Fate are there. Luke is gonna react on there with the unit of Bolton Cutthroats on the other side. It's gonna be a tidy one getting there near the corpse pile. I would say it favors the poor fellows due to the better morale. And what is it? The cutthroats can have some problems with the morale near the corpse pile, but we have to wait and see. Eric is going to put down his second unit, so the halberdiers. He fits them in nicely over there. With the assault veteran, they're going to stand over here on the other side. Luke is going to deploy further. So, chat, what do you think? Will we see a victory for the Lannisters? Will we see a victory for House Bolton? Which side are you choosing? Put it down in the comment section below and start ranting, bantering with Thijs. It's always lovely to get some interactions and your thoughts about it. I would even say if you're not an H6 a Song of Ice and Fire player, how and what, and you would like just to argue about certain other things, there's also that possibility. So especially do that. So the House Bolton Bastard Girls with the Lieutenant are there. On that side, the Lannister crossbowmen have been deployed as well, with no attachment in there. As reaction, Luke is now going to put down his commander, so Ramsay and Reek. And now it's Bolton Blasted Girls. And they're going to fight over here at the corner with the Halberdiers. And that means that Eric still has 2 units left. He's going to drop now 1. But he will have the final drop, which in this case is probably... He knows where he can put down his Knights of Casterly Rock. So, yeah. So it seems Tyrion is going to stand there with the House Bolton Bastard Girls. Or, sorry, House Bolton Blackguard. Or in this case, the Lannister Blackguard. It is quite cool to see Blackguard versus Blackguard. As I said before, it's a really good unit to put down your commander in. So... and we've got the House Bolton Flame Men. They're going to stand over there. And the Knights of Casterly Rock are going to deploy a bit in the middle. So they're probably going to... so they can decide where they are needed. So, deployment has been done. The players are now probably going to choose and shuffle their cards. And draw 3 cards. Again, we can't see which cards they have. But before they're going to... see what kind of cards they have. They're gonna they're already deciding that Luke is gonna be the first player, which in this case Luke could decide himself. Again, we can't see their cards yet, so we just see neutral cards. But when they're played, we've asked the players to lay them down for a small moment so that we can observe them together with you guys. Further, we've got a new few updates in there from Bartender. So we've got 2 corpse piles and the scores in the right corner of the screen. On there will be the victory points and the units destroyed points. So when units destroyed, you don't have to delete them anymore. You can just grab the entire unit and put them into your destroyed unit bag, and then you gave the points to the other side. And we as well have a few new player views and everything. So Luke's gonna start, and he's gonna start playing Tycho. Of course, gonna decide who goes if he wants to block that with Varus, yes or no. Seems he isn't, and he's gonna put down Tycho on the letters. So he's gonna draw 2 more cards to a maximum of 5, and then he's gonna lay down a token on one of the units. And let's see which unit is gonna get a token. I'm gonna see if the views from Bartender are working now these days. Fantastic. So we can see their view and the view from Eric as well. So the Lannister crossbowmen are weakened. Let's see if we can see the side from Eric. So this is the side from Eric's table. And we, in the end, we also got the top-down view. So unfortunately, it still seems that only the commander unit is still working. So the top view is still not working. Maybe it's also because of my stuff. So I'm not going to use this one. Really sorry. So I'm going to use this one and probably a few of the others. So yeah, we await the decision from Eric. What is going to happen? So Eric is going to play Grandmaster Parcel. Of course, Luke gets time to block with Varus, but he's not going to block it. And he's putting Pycelle down on the letters, which means he can first do a unit weaken on the side of Luke. This, of course, with the ability from Grandmaster Pycelle. He's probably going to make the House Bold and Flayed Man weaken. That happened. Okay, and he's going to move up his Halberdiers. And they're going to move 5 inches. So probably there's a small bug again, so they first probably need to move it, put it down. It's always annoying. Okay, fantastic. Moved up his Halberdiers with the free maneuver, and the turn is up towards Luke again. So yeah, I have no idea who's gonna win. Oh, it seems that Luke is gonna play at the start of the turn a card. Sadistic Games, a card from Ramsey. Your opponent chooses one of the following. You declare the targets only after they choose. Up to 2 enemy combat became panicked, or 1 enemy combat unit suffers D3+2 auto hits. So Eric needs to decide how and what. I think honestly the D3+2 hits are quite okay. Then again, Eric of course has the Poor Fellows and the Lannister Crossbowmen. So that can be quite tricky. But he's gonna roll anyway. Okay, and he rolled a 1. Yeah, he rolls a 1. So it means he gets 3 hits. Now I have no idea on which unit it is, so we have to wait and see. So he made, I know for sure that those aren't saves. It's on the Lannister crossbowmen. So 2 of them failed their armor save, which means that they will die because of sadistic games. Cool card. What I want to say when we started was like, I have no idea which kind of cards Ramsey is bringing to the table. I think I've played now a few times against the neutrals, but the neutrals aren't that much on the table. I played against Luke quite a few times now at our local flagship store where we play Song of Ice, Fire and Real. But of course, due to the pandemic and everything, that has been over a year ago. And yeah, the community that I'm playing now with, so that is, what is it? Thijs, Neil, or Patrick, they aren't playing neutrals. So, moving on, Luke is going to activate Peter Baelish. I heard a dice getting summoned, so this means Varys is going to use. However, Eric rolls a 2, which means that Varys is failing his test, and Baelish is going to do whatever he wants to. So he's going on to the crown, probably. We have asked, what is it, Eric and Luke to just give us these tabs that we sort of know how and what. So Eric used one. And now let's see. Now I think Luke is going to place Baelish down since he failed. Oh, he's rolling another dice. He's rolling a 4. Okay. And he goes on the money bags. I have no idea if he rolled earlier or that this was a second token. I think the other one then was a misroll, but I don't know. Again, he's going to use, what is it? He's going to sell on the money bags. Eric is going to move up his crossbowman. Okay. He's going to play Cunning Scheme. Return 1 tactic card from your discard pile to your hand. Remove this card from the game instead of discarding it when it's played. If you control letters, also discard 1 tactic card from your enemy, random. So, what is it? Luke draws sadistic game specs to his hand, and he can also grab 1 card out of Eric's hands. So again, as we see, sadistic games, he grabbed that back into his hand. And now we have to wait and see what Luke is going to grab, which card, because he controls letters, so he can draw 1 card away. To which of the 3 he's going to grab. So we, of course, don't hope to see like a Wealth of the Rock, Hear Me Roar. I think it could be okay, or Paid Mutiny, it's fine. But again, we don't want to see a really good card, especially not some Tyrion cards. If there were counterplots, the probably counterplot would have been played, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay. Which card is he gonna? So they're gonna roll d3 for that, and it means the middle card is going away. Oh, it is a Tyrion card. My God. So Luke had the luck that he grabbed away the lay orders. So this is one of the great control cards that Tyrion has with him. Of course, he plays these cards if you want to. At the moment that you don't want your enemy to activate a certain unit, so you can play this card and try to keep on controlling it. So that's quite a good card that he draws away. Seems Ramsey's gonna move. Is Ramsey gonna move normally, or is he gonna march? Seems he's gonna march. Just his full 8-inch. Which is good. Amazing. So, do you already have any predictions, guys? Who's gonna win, how, what? Will there be a victory for the neutrals, or will there be a victory for the Lannisters? Put it down in the comment section below. We're always curious to see how and what you think. And Thijs will be there as well to chat with. So if you have any questions related to A Song of Ice and Fire, or feedback that you probably have for us, you can do so. You can just put it down there, and Thijs will react onto you. So please let him do some work instead of that I'm only doing the work here. But yeah, House Bolton Blackguard has moved from the side of Luke. Let's see, we go into the other side. What is Eric gonna do? Because Eric still has Ferris, Luke has Ferris as well to activate. But he can also activate one of his units. And it seems the Halberdiers are gonna move. Yeah. One moment, guys. If you now just choose. So now it should be okay. I'm just helping them with the terrain options and everything, since they're not a bit aware of this. And now you can grab it, guys, if you want to. There we go. And here we have it. So the Halberdiers grabbed up that objective. They're gonna, what is it, pivot a little bit more. Just to have a bit more of an advantage. And then, yeah, what is it? Luke needs to go there right now. I see he's not scoring any points. Luckily it is turn 1, so they're not going to score any points whatsoever. In reaction, we see Luke making an advancement quickly with the House Bolton Blackguard, or House Bolton Cutthroats. I'm really sorry. Don't know what it is today. It's probably have been a long day for me. Not everything goes correctly. But they advance forward. They do it in the form of a march. Let's see what will happen. Again, love the aggressiveness. However, the crossbows are ready to take some shots in turn 2, when Luke is gonna force himself onto the objectives, and the poor fellas will probably make a counter and go for it. So we're gonna see Tyrion activated, and they're gonna move or march at least. Probably Luke needs to remind him that this is one of the few units in Lannisters that isn't moving 4 or 5, just needs moving 4. It's always something if you're playing with neutral units, and there's a possibility that you can forget it. So that's okay. That's why we're here. In response, Luke is going to activate his Bolton Bastard Girls. Gonna advance a bit forward. Prepare to get them into shooting range. So the thing here now is that there is a small chance that Luke can have a few shots. Same for, what is it? For Eric. but we need to wait and see how it goes. They both can go on the crown or on the sword. Sword is of course now the most important, since a Lannister crossbowman probably can't get in there, but if Luke wants to, he can go in there with his bastard girls, and he has the money back, so he has also an extra dice and sundering because of his lieutenant. So that can be quite cool. But we need to wait and see. Is he gonna pivot with his unit to get them a bit better into position? I think he can take a few shots. However, he should not go right away into it, pure because he can get countercharged by the Knights of Castle Rock, and of course, what is it? Eric is the first player next turn, which gives him the option to, get in there, smash them, and again use swords to do a bit more damage. And we're still around the corpse pile, so, and if they want to attack, they need to make a panic test. If they fail, they can get a bit of damage, but we need to wait and see. I have no idea what's, of course, what are the cards in Luke his hand. I have no idea what the 2 cards are in Tyrion's hand. Everything can happen, of course. My apologies, guys. So on this side here, it can be quite interesting, due to the on failure. Okay, yeah. So the champion fate can always do this morale check, not only to restore the wounds, but of course, if they do one of these tests, he can also regain already a fate token. So Eric could have done and grab a fate token here. Alright, so it seems Lord Varys from Luke's side is going in first. And he activated, of course, his Varys and went into the sword zone. And he wants to start shooting. He's going to shift up 1 inch, it seems. However, he needs to go through the bog now. So instead of 4 dice, he's got now 5 dice due to the extra attack dice that he receives from the Stormcrow Lieutenant. And he needs 3s. So let's see what he's going to do. I'm not quite sure if he's shooting on Tyrion or on the Halberdiers. I think the Halberdiers are also in range. But we need to wait and see. It's not a bad roll. Not a bad roll. That's 4 hits at the moment. With Sundering at least, so it depends on who is going. It seems that they're measuring the sight of the Halberdiers. So I assume that Luke is shooting on the Halberdiers. We'll go to an 6-up save instead of their normal 4-up, which is significantly quite a bad save. Honestly, it's nice, but he's probably not going to use his second or his order to do a second attack then, because the range is quite far and he needs to pivot first and maybe even further away. He could have also go into Tyrion, and with the Sun Ring, of course, you already do something. It's not really that important if you wipe out completely, but if you can suppress Tyrion that he can't advance forward, you can, of course, defend yourself. So let's see. Eric is going to roll some dice. He's rolling 2 2s, a 3, and a 5. As I said, they eventually decided to shoot on the halberdiers. So the halberdiers fill all of their armor saves, which also means 4 casualties. And he needs to do a morale check, -2 now, since Luke is shooting from the side, and he's on the corpse pile. There was no 1 in there, so the unit didn't become vulnerable from the ability of the Bolton Bastard Girls. But we have to wait and see what Eric is going to roll for his morale. And unfortunately, that's not enough, guys and girls. That's 2 less. He rolled a 6. And he's basically a 6 if I'm correct. And he needs to have now an 8 due to in the side. And what is the corpse pile? So he fails. He needs to roll another d3. He rolls 2. So that means another 2 will go down. And the token will probably be dropped. And you need to... what is it? You need to put it down now somewhere on the ground within 2 inches of that unit. But he drops the token anyway. And of course, Luke can decide where he wants to have that token. So he's going to put it in front of the unit. Now the big question is, will Luke go in and decide to use order and then try to go for the balls deep and see if he can manage it? It's quite far off, if I'm correct. We have to wait and see. So wow, it's horrible today. So at the moment it's an 11-inch charge. That's quite far away, guys, but it is possible. It is possible. Let's see what he's rolling. Oh, unfortunately, it's a 1. So that means it's a failed charge attempt. So they're going to move 6 inch. And they're now in the open. Maybe nice for a side charge by the Holton by the Knights of Castle Rock. But yeah, let's see. And 6. So I think that should be enough since they are basic 5. Getting a +1 through the corpse pile, of course, but they don't care. They really don't care. So Varus from Eric is going to activate. Luke rolls a 1 as well on Varus. Okay. So which means that he needs to now to do a panic test. I'm not quite sure which unit this is going to be. Oh, there's going to be another card from Eric. Hear me roar. So he becomes panicked, the unit, and a -1 extra. Which unit is he going to do? He's going to use Ramsey's unit. So Ramsey and the House Bolton Blackguard. So they get -1 from the corpse spell, a -1 from the crown, and a -1 from Hear Me Roar. So which means he has now -3. That's definitely a fail. So 2 wounds. It's quite okay. In the new edition, it's D3 luckily instead of D3 +1. So units won't disappear that fast, to be honest. Now depends a bit on what Eric wants to do. If Eric wants to use the panic token to increase the D3, but 2 is quite okay, to be honest. I think that's quite nice. But a nice control one from the Lannisters. Of course, with a lot of these panic cards and control cards, as I said before, by Tyrion, you can do quite a few cool things. So the start of the round or the start of the turn from what is it? Yeah. So this is games again from Luke. I think we need to wait and see what is gonna happen. Is he gonna use the D3 +2 hits again? She's deciding to what was it? Panic 2 units. We need to wait and see. He's going to use the D3 +2. So in this case, he rolled 2. So which means 1 unit gets 4 hits. I think Luke is going to try and get the halberdiers off, because that gives him an average on both sides in activation of the units. But we have to wait and see. So I see 2 failures. Yeah, it's going to be on the halberdiers. So the halberdiers are on their final rank. It's a shame. But Ramsey is cutting them into pieces. And we have to wait and see what is going to happen. Because it's only the start of a friendly turn. So Luke only had the Bolt and Flayed Men there. He needs to go with them now. If he's deciding to not move them out, the Knights of Castle Rock will probably eat up the Bolton Bastard Girls without any consequences. So is Luke going to decide to send them forward and trying to help the Cutthroats taking out the poor fellas and the crossbowmen, or would he bring them a bit more to the center so that if Eric decides to go in there with his Knights of Castle Rock, they will probably get this. They get another charge from the House Bolt and Flayed Man. What do you think, chat? What's gonna happen? Are they doing something? Put it down in the comments and discuss it with Thijs. What's the best strategy, maybe? So the Flayed Man did a free maneuver. And they maneuvered again forward, a bit in the center. As I said, it's quite nice. So you can go with them still anywhere where he wants to into turn 2. He's still behind the bog, so it's really tough for Eric to get a charge off. If he does so, he loses cavalry bonuses and everything. So he will lose the lance bonus and everything and the rerolls, which could be quite of an effect on the halberdiers, or not the halberdiers. My bad, the Knights of Castle Rock. So yeah. Further, what's also kind of nice to know already is this is of course the second match that we're doing this week. We are absolutely happy with the results that we got from our first stream. a lot of positive notes and everything. And we've asked as well towards the players like, hey, we would love to do another one. This is of course for the Battle of White Harbor Part 2. So that was our own Dutchy league, playing or getting players back into the game and start playing with Tabletop Simulator. It's quite hard for them since they aren't using anything on what. But then again, we need to see, to get the people a bit back into the game. It's been quite hard here in the Netherlands to hold up the game. That's due, of course, due to the corona. But what also happened was, no one wanted to play. And we see Cunning Ploy getting played here. So Cunning Ploy was, of course, that you decide to, when a friendly combat unit activates, instead of this unit performing an action, one previous activated combat unit may perform one action instead. This unit still gains an activation token. If you control the letters, opponents may not play tactical cards this turn. He's not controlling that, so in this case, he decided to go and activate the House Bolton Black Guard again. And he's gonna make a charge, probably, onto the Bolton Bastard Girls to protect his Salvadores. So Eric is gonna roll, probably, for the charge. Let's see what he does. He rolls a 4, which means he will definitely be in and not have any disorder charge. Again, really nice. Absolutely love it. It's quite early to play Cunning Ploy, but especially with all the damage that Eric received with his halberdiers from shooting and sadistic games and stuff like that, he needed to use this card to protect off at least the unit against the Bolton Bastard Girls. Otherwise, he would probably lost it into turn 2. So here they are. They need to move. They're shifting a little bit. Eric's putting his army or his tray on the 50%. But he made a successful charge. So Jarian is there with his House Bolton Blackguard. And he's going to make some attacks towards the Bastard Girls. So let's see. 7 attacks. Hitting on 4s. That's not a bad roll, man. That's not a bad roll. I think I know I rolled a lot worse with my Wardens. And they do actually the same. So 5 hits. Luke's going to roll a defense dice. Of course, the Bolton Bastard Girls, they just got a 6+ armor save. However, a card's getting played here as well. He's going to play probably, Wealth and Cunning. So if he controls the letter or money back, that gets more hits. And he's going to use that. As a result, Eric is going to play the, Superior Tactician. So on roll 5+, he discarded the card. Which happens. So Luke needs to roll normally. And he makes 1. So that means that 4 guys will die. And he loses Cunning Ploy, unfortunately. It's some quite big plays, guys. Big plays. Love it. Love it. And the dice gods are in both sides. So, right. So the Bastard Girls have a -1. And they make it. Since they're not within 6 inches of the corpse pile. So, everything is okay. Thijs is asking in the chat as well, any things you would do in this scenario? Again, I have no idea on how neutrals are playing in the form of Boltons. However, I know how to play a bit with the Lannisters. Lannisters were, of course, my first faction that I played before the Baratheons came out. And I am going to follow the one true king of Westeros. In this case, Stannis, not Renly. Okay, so in the meanwhile, the guys cleaned up everything. And they're going into turn 2. So they're gonna score some points. First, Eric needs to grab 3 more new cards. Luke is gonna refresh 1 card. Seems he keeps his other cards. Eric will be the first player, so you can start doing with swords an additional hit on those Bolton Bastard girls, who damage them quite a lot. But they won't probably get 1 hit KO'd. But getting back to the question from Thijs towards me, I think with Lannisters, I think you want to wait off the first turn, especially in this kind of scenario. Your morale is okay-ish, it's not fantastic, and you want to see where your enemy is gonna go in. Most of the times, a lot of people are pressuring on one side or on the side and in the middle. And as a Lannister, you want to be in such control that you can react onto everything. So, alright. Cruel Methods is going to be played at the start of the round. So this is one friendly unit may make a free attack action. If it does not destroy an enemy, it must take a panic test. So, of course, Eric tries to use the Tactician ability from Tyrion. He fails because it's on a 5-up. And he rolled a 4. Is he gonna throw a card away to let it reroll again? Because you can do that. So he does. He throws away a Lannister Pace's Depths. And he rolls again the 6. Holy crap. Oh my days. So he threw away one of the weaker cards from the Lannisters. But with this, he denied one of the cooler and better cards from Ramsay. So he couldn't make a free attack action, which could have been nice, because if he could have made a free attack action, it would have been great. And since the now is Bolt unit, he could make all the rerolls and everything. So we're gonna see the start by Cell was gonna activate it. Want to activate. Luke used Ferris, and he rolled a 3 here in this board. So it seems that he's gonna. Let's see if he's gonna block out Pycel's ability or the zone. He is gonna stand on the letters. Let's see where the hands are going. Yeah, he made the unit weaken, so that means that the zone is blocked off. Yeah, but what I would do with Lannisters is just waiting off the first turn, get into position for turn 2, and then depends on which commander, of course, you play. I think for this kind of scenario, you would like to play the more aggressive play style or the controlling style. I think I would prefer to go for Gregor and stuff like that. Gregor or Joffrey. Ooh, no! Wait a minute. Luke is activating a Ramsay. Unfortunately, he rolled a 5, so he killed Reek. No! But he made the Halberdiers panicked. But he's killed forever, so bye-bye. And he's going to make a charge action. Still, he needs to roll a 6, if I'm correct. It's a 6. It's a 6. So he needs to roll 2 up here in his dice tray. See if he can manage that. However, with the new rules, of course, from Corpse Pal, he won't receive any charge bonuses. So he will just get one round of attacks. So let's see. Seems they're using the old rules. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, it seems they're using the old rules, guys. So, in this case, Luke still rolled 2 dice and picked the lowest. But that, of course, changed now in the 1.7 rules, that you just aren't receiving the charge bonus, instead of that you need to roll 2 dice and see how that goes. So of course they are playing, we're already doing quite a lot in helping and everything, so yeah, need to wait and see how it goes. So he rolled again, and that's of course for the morale check that he needs to make, and he rolls a 9 on there, so Ramsey should be okay. It's just a -1 due to the corpse spell. Okay, but he got served with the panic token. Need to reroll 1. So he failed that one and is receiving 1 damage from this. He's gonna reroll that as well, and he receives 3 damage, which means that Ramsey's unit is now half down. He loses, however, the objective, or yeah, he's losing the objective, and he's lost Reek, so he can't do anything else against it. So let's see what the counter ploy now is from Eric. I think Eric is gonna play Ramsey, it seems. Luke is using another Varus token, so that's his second Varus token. He's gonna use on a 3-up. He blocks it. He rolls a 3, so he blocks. And I think he's gonna block the zone, but it could also be helpful if he's deactivating his ability, because then he can't use his own blocking ability. And what is it? Luke still has, of course, 2 NCUs to activate, so could be great to use it instead of blocking the zone. But again, that's up to Luke. So he's going on to swords. It means Eric is probably gonna make an attack action, and he does. 6 attack dice hitting on 3s. Oh, sorry, 7 attack dice hitting on 4s. Which is 3 hits. Oh, 1 makes it, the other 2 will go down. Let's come again. So he fails his panic test again, unfortunately, which means for him, the Bolton Basculars are getting a bit more damage by the Bolton Blackguard, or Lannister Blackguard. And the Stormcrows are now on 2 Bastard Girls and 1 Lieutenant. So it is going pretty hard with both factions. Both of them have like a unit with them just on the last rank, maybe even a few more guys. So they can lose both those blocks in this round, but we have to wait and see. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna grab a few drinks and snacks, so I will be back shortly. Do enjoy the view. I'm gonna put them down here in the middle so that you can see most of them. However, you won't get some feedback of this right now, but stay with us, everyone. Haha, and here I already am, since I already put down my stuff next to me. I can't grab it due to the fact that I need to go down. Okay, so we see what is it? Tycho getting played at the start of the round. He's healing up 5 more wounds again, back to the Bolton Bastard Girls, which means the unit now is back up to 8 wounds. Smart move, as I said in the beginning. It's always nice to start somewhere where you really need that extra push. Just getting back up to 5 wounds and doing the damage. I would assume Luke would have loved to put it probably on his knights or on the blackguards to hold Ramsey a bit longer on the table, but he didn't have the choice now, so I think he made the right call here. Further, he also went on to the money back, it seems. So let's see what he does with that. Is he moving away a token, or is he going to play a card? As I said, I have no idea which kind of cards he has. So we can look it up, or you can help me, chat, to get more knowledge about the neutrals. So we don't have that. I think he's just healing up a few tokens or so. Okay. See some dice getting spawned. He's hitting 3 times. I would assume these are shots from the crossbowmen. Or are these hits from the blackguard again? Okay, so he makes one save. Okay. We're seeing Ferris getting played on the crown, on the side from Luke. So Luke is gonna zap a unit. We see an 8 getting rolled over there. I have no idea for which unit that is. I rolled a 5, 2. So it seems that the halberdiers are getting 1 more damage. Too bad, so sad for them, but they're still there, luckily. Will they endure everything? Ooh, 3. So he's re-rolling, and now only the assault veteran is standing there. I see some poor attacks coming in. See just 2 hits. Seeing 603. And that was another Hear Me Roar. Okay. I think that's for the activation when he wants to activate. We see Peter go on the horses. Objective, indeed. And then he goes on there and ta-da! Got the objective. So both of them have an objective right now. Eric should have lost the other one since he failed the panic test there. But oh well. So let's see. Oh, we see something. We see something. It seems it's going to move towards Luke. Now I'm not quite sure if they're not engaged. If they could do something. Oh snap! Is the assault veteran going in? Jeez, he is. Okay. So, assault veteran, he charged in. Again, roll 2 dice. I think the guys still have the mistake that they just don't have the charge bonus. But we're gonna see a few hits. He's probably gonna use his order to to just probably hit. First, he needs to roll. If he makes a test, so he's 6, so he makes he goes and makes it because he says a 7 and the corpse spell and everything, which is okay. So he can make his attacks. On the last rank, assault with the assault orders and everything, he will have 6 dice if he's going to use it. However, he needs to be engaged if I'm correctly. Yeah, so he can just only use the 4 dice. At the moment he hits once, he's going to use the reroll. Again, this should have not been the case since we're playing with the new terrain rules, but well, we're not going to interfere with that. So he hits 2 times with Sundering onto the Blackguard unit of Ramsey. So, nearly force. Let's see how it goes. T. So we're gonna see 2 armor saves here now. Double 6 from Luke. Whoa! They're gonna love it, the house Bolton Blackguard. So nothing is happening. No damage is going through there. They did actually a fantastic job. So yeah, good job to Luke. Objective stays at Luke's side because he didn't fail the morale check or anything like it because he didn't receive any damage. So okay, so we see them the Bolton Basset girls with the lieutenant getting activated, and they're gonna move into Tyrion in this unit again. They will have a bonus due to the fact that Luke is owning the money bags, so he gets another dice and the unit receives Sundering. However, they still need to kick some ass due to the fact that it's still on House Bolton Blackguard. So first they need to do a morale check. Let's see how it goes. I think Luke just measured and he's just outside the weirwood tree. Nevertheless, he loves it. He rolls 9, so that's okay. So then he can start making his attacks from the unit of Tyrion. Okay, so they hit in this case 5 times out of the 6, which is quite a good hit. It will receive Sundering now as well, due to the lieutenant in there, and he has the money bags. Oh, and that's quite a bad roll from Eric. He failed 4 times, which means that he loses 4 guys, and he needs to do a normal morale check, which he makes due to the fact that he's on the corpse pile and the weirwood tree is nearby, so they counter each other. And the House Bolton Blackguard have a normal morale of 6. So if my mouse wants to work, we can showcase you the card. Yes, they have morale 6, so this is a pass for Tyrion as well. No problem there. Because if I'm correct, the Basset girls. Oh, they are vicious. Oh my god. So he fails. You see, that's why you're making mistakes, Shaboon. Every time if you play the game and play with different kind of cards, you're gonna lose. So that would have been 3 more kills. Whoopsie. Anyhow, we see getting the champion of the fate with his poor fellows getting into the House Bolton Cutthroats. They're going to contest the objective since, Ramsey has the objective on the other side and he wants to, wants to get some more points. So he needs to start acting and doing some damage towards Luke's force. So, as I said, they aren't fantastic, but however, if they got a champion or a fate token, they do something. So first they're going to pick up their morale, which they make with even the -1. They've got the morale 3. Amazing. You love it. So they get a token, and with that token, he can spend it to do D3 + 1 auto wounds, which is amazing, especially against the heavy armored units, things like Champion of the Stack, Bolton Flayed Man, Bolton Blackguard, what you see quite often in factions like Lannisters or anything like it. So yeah, let's see. 7 dice on 5s, 2 hits at the moment. We can see no reroll actually due to the corpse pile. think the guys have now found out due to Thijs probably mentioning it towards them, like, hey guys, you don't have any more charge bonuses if you go through the corpse spell. I have no idea where they start reading the new rules for the new terrain pieces. Again, the guys didn't play, just like most of us, not on the normal time. So, okay. Ooh, and he rolled a mighty 3 to do the damage on the, what is it? On the unit. Luke made 1 save and failed 1 save, so in total there will be 5 guys gone and 4 guys gone by in Luke's his unit. And now Luke still needs to make a morale check. Luke needs to make this morale check, otherwise he's gonna lose it. Ah, too bad, too bad. That is quite the damage he's getting. So just another wound. So he will be on half. But I think the most important thing is the objective will go towards Eric. And is scoring that point right now. So we still have the Flayed Man and a nice Castly Rock. And then turn 2 is completely finished. How I see it right now, Eric is going to score 1 point. Luke's going to score 2 points. Luke can force to put some pressure on the what he's probably going to do, as I see, on the poor fellas. However, Luke needs to go through the poor fellas in 1 turn. If he sticks in there into combat, it's gonna be a tough time. It's gonna be tough. So he's rolling that. He rolls a 6 for the charge. So they go in inside. No, cancel. There you go. Again, the guys here didn't play that much TTS, so sometimes they need a little help. And luckily, thanks to the new updates from Bartender, it's quite easy to help them out if needed. So in this case, I helped them a bit out. So the Bolt and Flame Men, they make a charge. If they successfully charge, you get panicked. Also, a card from Ramsey is going to get played right now. Our blades are sharp. If target a panicked enemy, this attack gains +1 to hit and rolls +2 dice. Amazing, and because they are panicked. And they also become vulnerable, which is great because now you got Bolton Blackguard or Bolton Flayed Man with 10 dice hitting on 2s. That's let's see if they can do it. They are weakened, so let's see if how it goes. So first he can reroll the 1s if he wants to. So he makes all of them. And now we have to wait and see, because he's going to reroll them now all. On successes. Okay, so jeez, oh my god. So he rolled 4 1s. 4 1s, damn. That's such a bummer. Because I think this could have been the 1 hit that we spoke about. Yeah, he fails now 5 of them. He makes a weekend, so he fails 6 of them. So there's 2 left of them. And they need to do a morale test of -4 or -2? -4, and they're panicked. So we don't know what the 5 is going to do. So let's see what they decide. Is the 5 okay, or are they gonna reroll it? I would assume they would reroll it, but again. Okay. So this will be an 8. So this they will make it since they are, but they are panicked. So is Luke gonna throw the 5 reroll? Because if he will roll a 3 or anything like it, they're gone. No, they're not. Okay. Okay, interesting. However, Eric is not scoring the objective anymore. However, it seems that the Knights of Castle Rock wants to charge in as well. However, they're not going to make it on a 10, so they need to roll an 11, which is quite far for them since the Knights of Castle Rock have a 5 movement. So they need to roll 6. It's just outside of 10. Eric can't change it whatsoever. So it's just out. Just out. So he needs to... Oh. Did he get a point? I thought it should be a bit further. It's exactly 10. Okay. So let's see. If we see a 5 or 6 here, this is going to be legendary. Oh my days. Oh my days. It's a freaking 6. It's a freaking 6. So he's going to make the charge. Oh my days. Wow. That's really ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. But okay, let's see. 9 dice. Oh ho ho. That's a really good roll. All 9 plus 2 because they're critical blow. So it's an 11 now with -2. So hitting on saving on 5s. Oof. So Luke rolled quite okay. 4 saves. Sorry guys, need to move little Pim here away here. Pim is wanna watch. Yeah, do you wanna watch some Nice Castle Rock? Destroying Fleet Man. Is that it? Huh? Come on. Come on, little one. So that was quite some damage. We need to see in... Oh, the morale's rolled here. He fails again, so another wound. So there are only 4 wounds left on those Knights of Castle Rock. Or, sorry, not Knights of Castle Rock. The Flayed Man. But jeez, that was quite a devastating impact. Not bad. Not bad. But, of course, this always happens in games. There's of course a small chance, but if you want to go for it, you're going for it. So let's see. We see another card getting played here. Fealty to the Crown. For each model removed with this test, restore 1 wound to a friendly infantry unit. So he's gonna use that, and since he failed with 1, he's gonna get 1 back. So 1 more. But another one is another one. So unfortunately, he doesn't have the crown, since the crown has been claimed by Luke, his Ferris. So he's not getting an additional 2. Otherwise, he would have had 2 ranks back up again, which could have been quite nice, I would say, honestly. But again, the card's not bad now to play. So yeah. Okay. We see some dice rolling here over here. I think those are the attacks from the bottom cutthroats at the moment. Seeing 3 dice getting hit. Is kind of okay. It could be enough to destroy the guys. So Eric needs to roll 3 saves. He rolls 1. So which means he's getting so okay. That was the unit. Okay. And now we have to see. We first need to roll. So you put this one in there. So and it gives the points towards Luke. So Luke has scored 6 points. And now he needs to move as well. He's moving further. His cutthroats scoring the point as well. Now we need to wait and see how points are going. So the cutthroats can hopefully help out the Flateman. Flateman had quite some damage in round 2. However, there is now a big chance that Eric is countering on some of the measures. He had some luck, of course, that he's still standing here on the objective, but what is it? Luke is scoring over there. Luke is also scoring over there. So for now, they should not forget the points. So he scored 1 point by destroying the poor fellow unit, which gave him a 1 point. And now he is also scoring 2 points here with Ramsey, and 1 point with the cutthroats as well, which means it will bring him to 4 points in total. So he has an early lead. Okay. And now we have to wait and see what Luke is gonna do. So quite a good roll from Eric on this Knights of Castle Rock. He could have destroyed the unit, but luckily there were some okay saves from Luke's side. Otherwise, it would have been terrible getting the Flateman one hit it. You still need to place a corpse pile, guys. So they're just figuring out a bit how it works with the corpse spells and everything. So you can just throw it in. Now the unit points are getting added on what? Everything starts to work in some sort of way. There we go. Should now work here. Let's see if we can get the top view. So it works perfectly at the moment, or at least it is working right now. So we can see the units on top. So cutthroats advanced a bit forward. They scored a point. At the moment, it's 4 points towards Luke, as I said. Eric is going to put down a corpse pile. It needs to be within long range. It needs to be 1 inch away from a unit and other terrain pieces. So he can't put it up there. He needs to put it somewhere else. Okay. Let's see what they're gonna do. They're gonna place. I think he should probably place it somewhere there, indeed, in the middle where Luke is pointing it out. I think he doesn't have a chance, and then putting them back. But coming back to the point of like these overall views and everything, I think that's quite nice. Something bartender, the person that does everything for this amazing mod, has created into it. So you can now just see on top for people that are streaming, like, hey, this is this unit, this is that unit, etc. And it's quite nice for streamers to just sometimes pop up that screen. So we can now on top see still everything here. We can also zoom a bit out, seeing the dice trays from the players, but also still know what is going on. Cruel Methods is going to be played again. But I see again here in the dice tray that Eric rolled another 6 to block out one of the cards from Ramsey. So that's the third time in the third round that Eric rolled a 6. And he rolled 4 times and failed once. So well done, Tyrion, of blocking these cards, because again, Cruel Method is a free attack action, and it can reroll it misses because of a unit of House Bolton, and well, the entire army from Lucas House Bolton, so they do quite okay. So we're going in. Base is getting activated. We see another token getting played. And we see another 1 on the side of Eric, so that means that he can do whatever he wants to. And he's going on to the letters, and he's using the swords, which means he's going to do an attack action. So let's see which unit is going to activate and which unit is going to hit. So it seems he's going to hit with Ramsey on the Salt Veteran that's still standing there. He's needing 1 hit. Well, he's getting 1 hit. Again, it's not a fantastic unit to do the damage, but they can sustain a lot of damage. And they're quite hard to get off an objective. But can he destroy the Assault Veteran? It's just 1 guy, so 1 armor save. Or is there a sneaky card up there that's probably going to help him? So let's see. He's rolling Wealth of the Rock. So he's getting a +1 onto his armor save. And that 3 is now successful. So he makes his test and will stay there on the objective. Hard card, love cost. Then again, a good decision, since the unit's still there and can now be activated, which keeps up the momentum for keeps the momentum up for Eric. So he could activate them right now, and if they get slayed again, it's okay. He's losing it, but he didn't lose an activation in this round, which will help him holding up the momentum. However, he needs to make a decision now. He's gonna put Pycelle on there. He's not. No. Okay, he wants to activate Pycelle. So let's see how much Luke has left on his Varys. So he has 1 order left on Varys, and then he's out. And Eric has 2 left on Varys. So we see a roll up there, and we see a 3, which means that Varys is used up by the side of Luke. And Pycelle is going on to the crown. However, I'm not quite sure which ability is blocked yet. Is his weaken blocked, or is the panic blocked? Oh, I think that went wrong. I think he just wanted to make Ramsey's unit weaken. So let's go on to the 3D view. Yeah, as I thought so. So Ramsey got weakened by Pycel's ability, but the crown zone has been denied by Varus. However, as I said, Luke is now out of Varus tokens, so yeah, he needs to do it now without Varus. However, Luke's Varus did quite okay. I think he rolled 3 out of 4, which is kind of okay. And Luke already, Eric rolled already 2 ones, so he's still 2 or 0-2, which is of course always harsh if your Varus doesn't want to work. He needs to do the work, and if he doesn't, he's quite useless. But people can now enjoy still Varus in this way, and the new 1.7 update with his card that we just saw a few months ago, he will change completely. So yeah. So Luke is gonna activate Tycho. Eric is gonna use a token. Will he go for 1, or will he fail again? Don't hope so. Okay, so Varus this time blocks the zone probably, since Tycho has already been activated. Nevertheless, he's gonna stand on the money bags. I think Luke is doing that due to the effects on his cards. I know that neutrals quite need the money bags. So as I said, okay, so he wants to try and play no tactic cards. I see a counterplot coming out here, and counterplot blocks surprise strategy. So nothing continues. I think with the surprise strategy, Luke wants to grab our Blades from Sharp again, try to do the last few damage through the cards he could do, which is a good combination. I think that's always the cool thing from neutrals. Neutrals can grab cards back again in some sort of a way, even in your enemy's turn. And if you don't or aren't aware of this combination, it can become quite tricky. We see Eric's Varus getting played on the swords. It's probably going to be a few shots going in somewhere. We need to see how it goes. So first we're going to see the shots. Okay, so Tyrion is going to make the attacks on the Blackguard. Dang, and that's also not bad, because he's hitting 4 times out of the 5 times. I wish my Wardens did that quite okay. We want to see some 6s over here. Unfortunately not, so 4 more guys bite the dust here. And yeah, if the morale test is failed, then it can be... Ooh, 4! That's not enough, right? They're 5, so he's going to lose 2 more, and the lieutenant is going to stand there. Ooh! Ooh, Luke. What a luck. Okay, so we see a card getting played, fields to the crown. Check. So he's getting 2 guys back, plus an additional 2 due to the fact that Eric has the crown with Pycelle. So getting 4 wounds back into his veteran unit over there. A really nice combination. Absolutely love it. But that's the Lannister tactic. Trying to get down your enemy as good as possible, and then redraw it, get some of those wounds back into there. So really nice play of that. So let's see what is gonna happen. Again, awesome game to see. I hope the chat as well and you guys enjoy watching the battle report. I think even because it's a fun tournament, it's still nice to see everything and how it goes. A lot of the players are players that are playing still what is competitive, but not on the highest level of competitive, which is okay. I think that's not bad at all. But I think during these streams with this level of competitiveness, it's really nice for the community to see that. Not the entire world of Song of Ice Fire right now is existing of dragons and stars and stuff like that. So I see another 4 hits coming out here, or seeing dice roll. I assume that's from the Bastard Girls. They hit 3 times with Sound Ring. So Eric needs to make 3 saves. On 4s. Ooh, 2 more done. Tyrion is also having trouble to stand over. He needs to make a morale check -2. He's failing that as well, so another 2 go down. So it's the Lieutenant versus Tyrion and 1 Blackguard. And these guys are eating each other up here. Amazing. Amazing. Who's gonna win it? I think if Eric can get Tyrion, or is losing Tyrion, the game goes quite in favor for Luke, because Ramsay is not going anywhere where he stands right now. But yeah, we have to wait and see. Eric's going to react. He's going to use the crossbowman. Quite sure what he's going to do, because he doesn't have a line of sight at the moment. I think you need to go a little bit more to the right, Eric. Or he's going to shoot on the cutthroats. He's going to shoot on the cutthroats. I think that's quite nice, because he can then protect his knights. Those are probably stuck. Okay, so he's running those as well. Okay, so he's getting 6 hits in. -1. So if Luke is failing all his saves, they're gone. Ooh, there's one standing. One standing. But did he already roll that 7 for the morale check? Yes, he did. Oh gosh, so that means the unit is gone. So Eric is going to score 1 VP, and that unit is going off and into the pile. Bye-bye. And don't forget to place another corpse power, guys. Now you need to place another one. Da, 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 da. It's giving the advantage a bit back to Eric. And the Flaymen have a tough time now there. So they are forced to retreat, but if they retreat, they're getting attacked by the Knights of Castle Rock again. Tyrion has a really close matchup between the Bolton Blackguard, with his Bolton Blackguard against Bastard Girls and the Lieutenant. So, what is going on in this game, guys? What's going on? It's as I said, these are fantastic games, you know, because they're so close and everything can still happen. And since the power level is not that great, it's a lot cooler to watch, and everything can happen. We saw it at the Mother of Dragons game. So here we've got the final corpse pile. Gains precision if you control it. Nice. And the other one that was came over there was getting an tactic hand size. It's becoming 1 bigger. Also really nice, because these days your hand's just up to 5 cards. Which can be a bummer, especially for armies like was the good friend of mine, Neil. He always plays with Randy's side, and he loved getting more cards, of course, with Elden Estimate and stuff like that. He needs to move away from that, I think, as well, for Tyrion players or Lannister players that played with, as I said in the beginning, the King's Card guy, Preston Greenfield, that he's drawing cards for you as well. It's so hard with that you need to adapt a bit. Honestly, I think everyone is doing already a lot better. So, and I'm still 100% sure that no matter what's going to happen, in the end, um, there will be what is it? A reason on um, how we can get more cars into your hand. So anyhow, we see an attack here from the Bolton Flayed Man. I'm not quite sure if this was correct and the right hits. 4 hits go through. And 4 armor save are made, which means they need to do a panic test due to Lannister supremacy. Knights of Cassidy Rock, of course, have that ability as well. So those Bolton Flamemen are going to have a tough time there, because they are now -3 between all the corpse piles. So if you get the Lannister supremacy stuff, so an attack getting made, and Luke is losing the veteran, or sorry, not the veteran, the Stormcrow lieutenant, including the what is it? Including the wow. Why is it so hard today? I have no idea. The Bolton Bastard Girls. So, so Eric's now on 2 points, 2 against 4. No corpse piles will be generated anymore, since we already had 4 corpse piles here on the field, and they're gonna make a move forward. I think unfortunately Eric clicked too hard on one of the buttons, and now his unit is up a lot of wounds. But I think they will change it again when everything happens, so should not be a problem. Eric is of course the next player in the next turn, so what he can do now is he can help out against Ramsey and get that token off Ramsey, or he can help his knights to get off the Flayed Man. But honestly, I don't think that's needed. So I would assume that he's going to move Tyrion towards, yeah, indeed, that's what I thought. He's moving them forward and then pivoting them around, making them ready to side charge Ramsey in the next turn. So chat, what do you still think? We didn't have such much replies today. I have to say honestly, I really like seeing people getting back in and back out. I also heard that from Thijs that we drop every time out with people, but people are coming back in as well, which for us is really great, because yeah, we're still working on getting the streams better and everything. So Adaptive Method is getting played by Luke at the start of the turn. Anytime expend 1 condition token on enemies. There were other condition tokens. If you control the letters, you may also move that. So he's going to use that. He's going to roll some dice. He's probably changed some of his his tokens. So he's making attacks, and someone is failing their test. He only failed 1 of them, so he loses 1 veteran, or 1 veteran, 1 halberdier. However, he rolled double 1 on the panic test. That's a shame. So he's losing 2 more guys, and Ramsey is still under control of that objective. But yeah, Chad, what do you think? Do you think the Lannisters are going to win and gonna grab it eventually in the end, because the swing is gonna get there. Ooh, what's this? They're gonna roll another panic. What? Ah, of course. Yeah, this is Ramsey's command ability. Luke already told me, and I saw a few tests getting failed there. So do we have Ramsey's card here? Yes, we have him. So when an enemy engaged with this unit fails a panic test, you can force another unit within long range another panic test. So he failed there with Tyrion, but he just failed with 1. So Tyrion is just there again on his own, which means it's quite brutal to do the attacks. Maybe he's going to lose them. First, we see another panic test coming up. And then the attacks. I assume this is the panic test for shooting into combat. Or no, sorry. This is the... I know what it is. It's the test that he needs to make with his halberdiers. He has 4 attacks. He could have made 6 attacks of that. It is Assault Veteran and the Order. And because he was now engaged. But he decides to just roll with 4. But he gets 4 hits, and Luke saves 1 of them. Or, yeah, fails 1 of them, excuse me. So he just gets 1 wound. Let's see if Eric is going to give 2 more dice. Yes, he does. He's probably going to roll those 2. So, another 2 hits. Honestly, I have to say, this is fantastic sportsmanship. This is what you want to see. And another 1 and a 4, which means another guy will bite the dust. And that's it. And then the morale check. They roll an 8 there. So they should be okay. They're 6, -1. So that should be okay. And then we only have the Knights of Castle Rock left. And Varys on Luke's side. So I'm curious what is going to happen. The Knights of Castle Rock can just do normal attacks. If he rolls quite okay and Luke fails a few of his save, he can die of the panic there. But I think Luke had just some bad rolls over here and there. So let's see first how and what. He's going to try and use Varys now. So let's see in his final activation. Will he use Varys' last token, or will he allow Varys to be played? Again, if he wants to move out of combat, I think it's just the flayed men that are going to move away. It should not be a problem, since Eric still needs to move the Knights of Castle Rock, so he can just recharge them, and that then even has more multiple bonuses on what. However, if Luke will go onto one of the corpse piles, Eric is not getting his charge bonuses and everything, so he can avoid the damage impact from the Knights of Castle Rock. But again, it's up to what Luke does. We're not here to help them out. So, but yeah, what do you think, chat? Is neutrals safe right now, or will they eventually fall? That's the question. Okay, so the knights moved off from Eric. Eric decided to go on one of the objectives with the Knights of Castle Rock. Smart choice, since he's scoring a point there. But will it be enough? Because Luke still has Varys, so he can move it. Okay. I'm not quite sure why Varys didn't go on the letters there, or on the horses. But okay. Again, not my decision or reason to send them a text and say like, hey guys, what's going on? But both guys are drawing up to 3 cards. Luke is scoring 2 more points due to the fact that Ramsey is controlling the objective. Eric is scoring as well 1 victory point, if I'm correct, since he is holding that objective. So he goes to 4. Or sorry, to 3. No, he's not standing on there. So, and he has that, yeah. Shift, yes. That's correct. So Eric has another card. So Eric has 4 cards now in start hand. But it's 3 to 6. Again, everything can happen. If the Lannister crossbowman will take quite a good shot, can be tough. Yeah, there we go. Pycelle is going onto the on the swords, so he's going to make 1 unit weaken, and he's going to take some shots with the crossbowman. So 8 shots, hitting on 3s. Or sorry, not 8 shots, 7 shots. I'm not quite sure why I'm saying all the time 8. It's just 7. But fails 4 times, so just hitting 3s. And failing 1 there, so 1 is getting an armor save. And the morale's okay. So just 1 more damage, which means 1 more knight bites the dust. With 1 Bolton Flateman is standing tall. And now the turn goes on to towards Luke. I think Ramsey's going to get weakened due to the effect of Pycelle, but yep, there he goes. It's going to make the Bolton Blackguard from Ramsey weaken. What is Luke going to do as a reaction? Eric, of course, has quite a few more extra activations. He still has 4 units and 2 NCUs, so makes him 6. And Luke has 5, so he's 1 behind again. Is he going to charge or is he going to move away? Quite curious now. Okay, so he's moving away. It's probably... Sorry again. I'm probably in the front, so you can't move, unfortunately, to the side. Ooh, another card is getting played by Luke from Ramsey. So this is games. So again, Eric needs to decide like which one do I choose. 2 units becoming panicked or D3 plus 2. He tried to use Cherian's ability, but he failed. Okay, he's gonna throw a card away. He rolled away Paid Mutiny, and again Eric rolled a 6. Jeez, man. When are people such fantastic rollers on this ability? My god. Eric rolled 4 6s out of 6 dice. That's insane. Okay, so the Flateman starting to activate, and they're going into the nice Castle Rock. I have much respect for Eric, seriously. That's ridiculous, man. And such a shame for what is it? Such a shame that Luke has all this bomber, because I think with the Sadistic Games and a few other cards he could have turned the tide over here. We're getting a reaction from Just You. I agree. They aren't rolling with Baratheon dice. However, I should say Baratheon dice are quite okay in the mod. They roll a bit better than average. Still not fantastic, but better than in real life. In real life, you can only roll ones and twos with them. It's terrible. I think I've had one or two games that were okay-ish with them, but the rest of all my games were completely bummer. So okay, so we see some attacks over here coming in. 4 out of 6 at the moment. 6 out of 6, fantastic. Again, don't gonna bother with it, but he shouldn't have rerolls due to the corpse spell. Well, the rock is gonna get played by the Lannisters, so they get a +1 to their defense save. We still see a 1, so which means 1 wound on them. We say good day to you guys, and they still need to do a morale check -3 because of fishes and the corpse pals. So let's see what Eric's gonna roll. An 8, and that's probably not enough with the -3. For Lannister, yeah, they're 6, so they need to be 9, which means that they're gonna take another 2 wounds, which means 1 horse goes off, and that's quite some nice damage that Luke did here. So my question now towards you, just you, how are your Baratheon dice? Are they fantastic? Are they doing okay? It's terrible. Are they just rolling ones? It's we need to be supporting each other, all the Baratheon players. Let me know. Well, by the way, speaking in person, the Baratheon dice are about. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not gonna argue with that. Just you. Not gonna argue with that. They're fantastic dice. I absolutely love them. I'm quite curious to see how the real Greyjoy dice are, but until now, I think the Baratheon dice are amazing. But they're indeed terrible. Yeah. On TTS, they occasionally behave quite okay. It's better than in real life. I think I saw only a few players in the world playing okay with them. So Eric, in the meanwhile, is using his Varus on the money bags, and he's healing 3 guys back up on the what is it, on the halberdier unit, standing across Ramsey, which in this case, if he's making the attack, he's probably he's probably gonna have more ranks than Luke has with Ramsey there, and he's gonna grab the objective. But who knows? Who knows? I honestly thought Luke had it, but it's just what I said with Tyrion. Tyrion can change the game so hard, and with just a few good rolls, he changed the game or so. It's really tough. I'm not saying it's over yet, because Luke just needs to have 4 more points. He needs to hold on to the objective with Ramsey. He needs to get off, and he needs to hold up the Bolt of Flame Man for as long as possible. If he can do that, that would be fantastic. Then he can just do something against it. So yeah, let's see. Luke's gonna activate. What is it? Our great guy, Tyrannosaurus. The last Varus token is getting played by Eric. And again, he rolls a 2 on his Varus, so that means he failed 3 times out of the 4. So maybe those are the dice gods, Eric. You roll really good on your Tyrion dice or on your counterplots, but your Varys is not doing it fantastic today, which means Luke can play Tycho in any way possible. So he's drawing 2 more cards, and he's ditching out a token. Quite curious now to see which token he's going to spend. I think there's going to be a weaken on the crossbows. Yeah, exactly. So the crossbows here are the ones that are doing the most damage. So we need to do and see how it goes. Okay, so we see Adaptive Tactics play one of those cards. And this card here. So he decides now to put this card away, and he can draw one of his cards back into his hand. So we've got a few cards over here, and Eric can decide which one he's gonna grab back. What is he gonna do? There's quite some nice cards laying in there that can hold him up in the game. I think doing another fealty to the crown can help him to regain some more wounds again. I also think one of the Tyrion cards can be fantastic. And then Space's Depths, it's not going to be. Hear Me Roar, he puts away. Okay. Which card are you going to put away, my friend? Wealth the Rock, is that the one going back into your hand? Okay. So he's going to grab a Wealth of the Rock back. Okay, check. Quite a good choice. Just to stay a bit more in life. So, again here, we see that Tyrion is playing cards that's helping him quite okay. See another 7 shots coming towards probably the flayed men from the crossbows. They're needing 3s, and then they're probably hitting the flayed men unfortunately on the side. Again, 3 1s, so 4 saves for Luke. Still has 3 wounds, but saving on a 5. Becomes 3 hits due to the weaken used by Luke. So he needs to make 3 saves on 5 up. He makes 1 at least, so that means that he will stay on 1 wound. Now he needs to make his panic, and he rolls an 11. Haha! So that means that the flayed man is still standing there. However, now the Knights of Castle Rock need to do a morale check because they're shooting into combat. And there is now a chance that if Eric is making the morale check, Luke needs to make another morale check by Lannister Supremacy. So, see. Which card are we going to play? Surprise Strategy. Okay. Again, I think they forget to roll on a panic test for the Knights of Castle Rock. But, okay, so he plays Surprise Strategy, so no cards can be played this turn. So not the round, but the turn. Tyrion is gonna... Is Tyrion gonna play a card? Don't think so, right? What's going on? Is this sneaky? What's the half-man doing? He's not counterplotting it, and he's now drawing one card back into his hand. So he's probably going to go for Wealth and Cunning. He took that one back into his hand. He's allowing that. He can do that due to the fact that he had surprise strategy and he rolled and he has the letters. Okay, he's also playing adaptive methods. So he's making away the weaken. Smart. And now he's gonna attack with Ramsey on the Halberdiers, trying to finish them off on force. Let's see if it's possible. Not with that roll. Not with that roll. But he's gonna play Wealth and Cunning. So so he made one save, and he needs to make what is it? 3 more, because he has the letters. So he failed 1 already, so he needs to make another 3. Or is he gonna re-roll the entire roll? Can go into every way, guys. Oh, he's gonna roll them all. Okay, so he fails 2 of them, so he's losing 2. Now he needs to do morale check. -2 because of fishes. And he fails, man, he fails. So that unit is gone. The unit is gone. Jeez. Wow, 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 wow. That's gone, mate. So, and Tyrion also is doing a panic check. And if I'm correct, he is failing it as well. Or just making it. He's making it. Because they have 6 and 7. Otherwise, Tyrion would have died as well. Jeez. Okay. So, Luke is scoring another VP. Bringing him to 7. And he's going to stand on the objective. Well played, Luke. Woof. This game, it's really, really tight again. Because Ramsey is probably not going off the objective. So he scores another 2 in the end of this turn. So we go to 9. So Luke only needs 1 more VP. Which means that if he can kill Tyrion this turn, then it's done. Okay. Not quite sure what's going on here. Okay. Yeah. So he goes to 7. And Tyrion just rolled a 7 on his morale check. So he stays, otherwise he would have received 3 more wounds and Tyrion would probably have died from that hit. And then he would have scored another point, and then Luke would have won the game this turn. However, if Ramsey is not gonna get contested, which is probably not gonna happen, because Tyrion can go in there if he wants to, but he doesn't have more ranks. And he needs, of course, to do what is it? A morale check before attacking Ramsey. So this is going to be a close one. He's still hitting the corpse spell, so he still controls the objective as well. and he's now just waiting on if Eric wants to move in with Tyrion. And Tyrion also needs. He still probably needs to make a morale check as well, since Eric doesn't have any more NCUs, and the crown is also still open. So, yeah, tough choices, tough choices. I think the Lannisters came back quite okay, but so we see another shot coming in here. 7 hits. And reroll. No, just 2 hits. These were from the Knights of Castle Rock, so just with 6 dice, no critical blows or sunderings, just 6 normal attacks. So the Flayed Man just has 3s, needs to make them all. Oh, double one, double one. So that means that the Flayed Man is going down as well, which brings Eric to 4 points. It's a slaughter, people. It's absolutely a slaughter. So Eric now as well controls an objective with the Knights. He can, of course, decide to stay on there and capture the objective. He can also decide to move them up 5 inches and prepare them to get into attack with Ramsay. But I think the important role here is now that if Baelish goes on, yes, Baelish is going first on the horses, forcing a panic test, of course, on Tyrion, because he's going to replace the horse zone with. Okay, I think here in a Chicken Sip the future is going to be played. Yep. So he's when he activates Baelish can't use his ability. So he now needs to decide if he's just putting Baelish onto the crown, just for 1 crown zap this turn. It's going to happen. And this is going to be the most important role. Tyrion needs to make this one. If he fails it, he dies. And he gives a VP to Luke, which means he will come to 8 VPs and then score another 2 at the end of the round if Ramsay wins. Oh, that's it, guys. That's it. Oh, my days. So Tyrion goes and bites the dust, is dying, which means Tyrion is getting, bringing Luke to 8 points. And then at the end of the round, Luke is going to score another additional 2 due to the fact that Ramsay is still holding the objective, which brings Luke to 10 points. So, and there is, nothing Eric can do anymore. He's completely activated. He has no NCUs left. So I think this is it, guys. I think this is game. Oh my days. What a game. What a game. So 50 unit point destroying, that's wrong. I think that's because they moved out quite a few times. But yeah. So there will be 1 more victory point for Eric, because he's standing on the objective, so he gets 5. But Luke gets another 2, which means Luke is reaching the number on 10. And that ends the game into a 10-5 for Luke. Congratulations towards him, man. So that was quite unexpected in that way. Because I really thought in the beginning Luke had the upper hand. He went in really aggressive, forced Ramsay on the objective right away and into the good positioning. But during round 2, 3, Eric played quite a few good cards or positionings with his Lannister force, blocked a few cards, and yeah, it was amazing. So the guys are just reporting to me. just to report to me that indeed the game is over to 10 to 5. So they're just calculating up all the points, how much stuff is getting or has been destroyed on the side of the Lannisters. We can check it up because I've got their army list standing open. So he lost the Blackguard, that's 6 points. He lost his Halberdiers, 17, 7, so 19 points in total. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah, the game is over, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Again, I'm really happy again that you guys were here with us during the stream. We saw now a few people again popping back in, how and what. If you're gonna check it completely, the game was really close. I'm gonna wrap this one up and going back to the other side and changing towards this. Yeah, I want to thank everyone again. It was amazing to do. Again, yeah, I was quite tired, so I yawned quite a lot in this battle report. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed it. I hope you as well. We will have another battle report coming up shortly, because this was our second one from the first round. However, we know another game is coming, and that will be a great game for our Baratheon fans, because it will be myself playing against Neil. I have no idea yet which of his lists Neil's going to play, but it will be Baratheon versus Baratheon, to probably see who's the more dominating side of the Baratheon faction. But we will catch with you guys up in the next time. For now, this was Sharoon. Thank you very much, and see you in the next stream, people.